now for something completely different. Hello my friends, my name is Maltana, and I wonder if you remember this tutorial that I did hotline session bad chroma key. If you remember, this was the footage that the guys were sitting in a chopper, and I had to just key out the background and put some mountains in it or something. And I actually thought that maybe I should do something different today, so I went for the Adobe Audition tutorial, and we're going to make a chopper sound totally from scratch using only built-in tools that are available in Adobe Audition. So let's just start. I hope you will be able to hear what I'm doing. I tried to set it up so that you could, but some things just might go wrong. And okay, let's just create a new file. And first of all, we need to start with something, right? We need to have some source. Just like we need a footage inside After Effects, we need some audio source in here. So a good starting point would be generating some noise. And basically, we've got three types of noises. White noise, if you imagine that a noise is like this little creature, like a cat-like creature that is called noisy, right? And he runs along the road, then the white cat would be the fastest one, the pink would be the the medium one, regular speed, and the brown would be this ugly fat cat that just goes very slowly. So let me show you what are the differences. Let's generate some brown noise. And this is it, right? So let me just cut it in here, maybe generate some pink noise. In here, pink noise, maybe 5 seconds or something. And then I'll just put white noise in here. You can even see the differences in the graph in here, right? Generate noise white, and like this. Okay, whatever. So let's just listen through them. Brown, pink, white. Okay, brown, pink, white. That's enough. I think we will go with brown and pink as the sources. So let's just generate some brown noise, maybe 10 seconds long, should be okay. Like so. And there are actually many stages to creating this chopper sound, but the first and fundamental stage is the chopping itself, right? So we can generally do it in a variety of ways, but I found out that using something that actually happens in nature when the chopper is flying, right? When those how are they called? Those thingies, rotate. So let's just try to do it. This is called Doppler effect, and we've got a Doppler shifter effect in here. And what Doppler effect is, if you don't know, it's like when you stand in the middle of the road and then you see this ambulance going by, it goes like, and then it just, the pitch shifts and it's like, right? I feel so stupid, but okay, let's just go with Doppler shifter. And as a matter of fact, we have a preset that's called ambulance, and you can imagine how this works. Well, don't actually hear the pitch shift because this is like this is a noise, so we don't actually hear the difference. But you can imagine how it works. So to create the chopper, we would have to make the circular type, right? And we should move away quite a bit, so like 70. Change the radius to something very, very small, like this or this, and let's just listen. Do you hear this? It's getting close to what we need. Maybe let's just move it away just a little bit, and we definitely need to increase the velocity. So let's make it 500. Yeah, exactly, 500 sounds fine. But that's not the end. Now I'll just try to pump it up so it matches 15 in here, because I think we're going to need it later on. So let's just put 550. Does it change anything? 800. No, it doesn't change anything. Maybe radius. Oh yeah, that's so 3.768. Yeah, 3.8 is just fine, and velocity down to 500. Okay, this it says sound will go a full circle 15 times a second, and this basically means that it goes at 15 hertz, and this is going to be important later on. So basically we've got this, and this is pretty good so far, right? If you want to tweak it up a little bit, you can. If you want to leave it like that, you can leave it like that as well. So let's create a new sound file. It's just like making layers in After Effects or Photoshop. So let's create a new file, and let's generate a pink noise this time. Same length and everything. Let's just listen to it. Not very exciting. So we can apply Doppler shifter as well. Same settings should go through. Yeah, goes through very well. Not very nice, right? But what I want to achieve is I want to have this whistling kind of noise, like, you know, it's chopping the air at the high frequency, like, you know, that's it's hard to make that sound, but I hope you know what I mean. And to do that, we're going to use sweeping phaser. Yeah, that's right. And there's actually a good preset that we can modify. I think this is the one. Red pill, blue pill. Let me just show you what sweeping is in general. Let's just take a guitar pedal preset. This will show you what this does. Okay, so that makes sense, I guess. Subtle phaser. You don't actually hear it on the noise samples. You'd probably need to have some wave file. Aggressive phaser. Okay, so we have a general idea what this does. So this red pill, blue pill preset sounds like this. This is pretty good, but what we need to do is we need to match the speed of this sweeping to the sweeping that we already built with the Doppler shifter, right? So it matches the other sound file that we did. And to make it happen, we just need to change the modulation rate to 14.9, and that's going to fix it. And I also think that we can use the linear modulation, so it's more less smooth, basically. So let's just listen to this. Okay, it doesn't sound so bad, and we can change the center frequency. So basically the pitch, sorry, it's not the pitch, it's hard to talk technical in audio when it's even hard for me to talk in English. So let's just listen to what it will change when I move this forward. Right? Because this noise consists of many values on many frequencies, you know, the whole spectrum of the audio. So basically what you do is you choose something like an anchor point, speaking in, you know, After Effects terms. I think we can go with this, and maybe we should also find some sweeping phaser that will wishy-washy. This sounds interesting. Oh, sorry if this was too loud. And just increase the frequency like we did, 14.9. Trying to get this whistling sound. I'm having a hard time doing that. sorry, modulation rate, I cannot touch this. This is closer to what I want to achieve, so let's just leave it as it is, just like that. And let's create another sound file, like so. And we can use the brown noise as well to create some bass line to this chopper sound, if that makes sense. And we're only going to use the red pill, blue pill preset this time, I think. Yeah, modulation, sweeping phaser, and red pill, blue pill, 14.9, triangular and linear. Can decrease the output gain so we don't get override. This actually sounds pretty good, I think. Yeah, let's just leave it like this. And there's actually one more thing that we can do. And I will show you this on a separate file so that we don't mess up anything that we did before. And let's take brown noise as well. We can chop the sound without using Doppler, without using a phaser, but we can actually use a new effect that is found in Adobe Audition 3, and this is it. Binaural auto panner, or whatever it is pronounced like. And what this does, it basically, you've got this graph in which you draw at which point in time and where do you want the pan to go. So from left speaker to right speaker, how many times per second, so in hertz you want that to happen, and so on and so forth. And you've got basically two values, the low values and the top values, and the graph is actually going across time from top to bottom graph, so basically changing two types of variations. But let's just reset this because we're only going to use the bottom or the top graph. This time we're going to use the bottom, and let's set the frequency to 14.9, and that's basically it, I guess. See, and we also got this in stereo. I don't know if you can hear that. I hope you do, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. I think. Okay, let's just apply this, and we have another, another piece to use in our final composite, if we can call it like that, in our final mix. So let's just go to multi-track view, open up main, and here we've got the tracks, and this is very exciting. We've got 4 audio files, so let's use 4 tracks, and let's just put them in like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the default values for those are all the same, so the same volume, the same pan, and everything. I've been playing around, so those are a little bit different. Now let me just reset those. 0 and 0. Okay, and listen to this. This might be a little bit loud, so be careful. So this is how it sounds like now, right now, right? This is not something that we would like. Just pump up the volume just a little bit. And so let's just play around with this. Let us identify what is what. This is our brown noise, pink noise, with the chopper. Okay, this is this whistly thing, so I think we can turn this down and maybe move it to the right, like 8 or maybe 15. So it's going a little bit to the right. You can hardly hear it right now. What's this? Okay, this is this. Okay, so we can turn this down and move it here. Let's just see how it works. Pump this one up to the right. And pump this one up. And yeah, okay, guys, and I guess that's it. And if you want to play around a little bit more, you know, like final touch-ups, you've got this whole mixer in here. I won't go in, you know, much into detail on this one, but the thing that you might want to adjust is the master volume, master output volume, because once you put several WAV files on top of each other, they tend to, you know, increase the overall loudness of everything. So you would get something like this. Let's just play it again. Watch out, I'm going to pump up the volume. Right, this is something that you wouldn't like to hear, so just decrease the volume so that doesn't go over -6. This is something that I found out that works very well. So okay, I guess that's it for this totally different tutorial, totally different thing than we usually do. And I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. Make sure to check out the website, check out the blog, which is, well, it's not very new right now because it's been there for like a few months, I guess. But anyway, there are some cool informations in there from time to time. And make sure to click on the support link, and you can actually talk to me, you know, ask some questions. I'm here to answer your questions, so no problem. And, you know, this button doesn't hurt as well. You can click on it, you know, tell me that you, you know, appreciate the work that I do. And if you would like to click on this button, but you don't actually have the funds to do that, you can always leave a comment on the website, which I really love to read and I really love to respond to. So, once again, this is Maltanan. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you next time, and happy auditioning? No, that's not right.